Lord, we come to you today asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Encourage us to engage in meaningful discussion and allow us to grow closer as a group and nurture the bonds of our community. Fill us with your grace, Lord, as we make decisions that affect others. Continue to remind us that we are here because of our desire to serve. We also ask for your protection over the first responders along with our servicemen and women. We ask these things in your name, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. Approval of the coming board minutes of June 16th. Can I get a motion?
Have a motion.
Thank you. We have a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
We have second Fox. All in favor? First of all, is there any further discussion, corrections, or adjustments? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. Thank you. Consent agenda. Do we have a motion?
Motion by Norton.
Second by James.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I need to recuse myself from two appointments to the 911 board, Mr. Cloth here in Southville. One for employment, one's a personal friend.
Okay, so noted. Thank you. Go ahead and call a roll call.
Fritz,
Yes.
Gillis,
Yes.
Griffin,
Yes.
Hewer,
Yes.
Hopkins,
Yes.
Huber,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Kenny,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Mudge,
Yes.
Nordman,
Yes.
Poole,
Yes.
Rising,
Yes.
Yeoman,
Yes.
Ask,
Yes.
Billiter,
Yes.
Dawes,
Yes.
Fox,
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
So that is 19 yes, but he did recuse from the two.
Motion passes unanimously. Thank you. Zoning.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Tonight, we're going to do a update on where we are with data centers. If you were fortunate to be at the committee meeting with the agency, you get to hear it twice. So thank you for that. What has Ogle County done past consideration toward data centers? So what we have currently, we have a current comprehensive review of our zoning ordinance in 2025. As part of the review, Ogle County amended the industrial zoning so that conditional use for data centers were included in that. Conditional uses or special uses are permits, and those require the formal public notice, the ZBA hearing, a full county board and public involvement for consideration of any data center. The process requires that it be published in the newspaper, that letters are sent to anyone neighboring a potential site, as well as able to be at a public hearing. This is where data center and industrial zone locations are in Ogle County. And you'll notice that by the yellow, those are the only places that anything such as a data center can be placed on. And the maps are up there for the audience if you'd like. current and future data centers plans for Ogle County. Currently, we have no plans and we have no one who has presented us with a plan. The county is not actively seeking anything, any data center, and we're not in discussion with any data centers. There are, however, municipalities surrounding Ogle County and Rochelle, you'll notice, had been talking about a data center, as well as Rockford has been talking about a data center. Municipal zoning overrides county zoning. Again, Ogle County is current, we're looking into the research, what's out there nationally, locally, statewide, as well as internationally, what has been done when considering a data center. We don't, at this time, have a ordinance for special use of a data center. What we do have is that we have a lot of incoming news experts, regional and state legislation coming through. We know that DeKalb County, Illinois has a data ordinance. Aurora, the municipality, has a data ordinance. Boone County, Woodstock, McHenry County, and Allegheny and Chester County in Pennsylvania. We're talking with everyone that will listen, and we're listening to what our state legislators are telling and informing us. And engaging with Rockford on conditions being put in place for their potential use of what borders the south of Winnebago. We know, as the county, that we have to put protection out there for our constituents, our agriculture, everyone within the county area. That is our top priority. Whenever we consider a special use, all of those need to have transparency and the potential uses or for future considerations that are being established. We know we need to have the right framework, the governing sites, construction, operation, and the oversight for data. We also need to establish what is the transparency, accountability, and legal defensibility. The monitoring protocols and reporting standards need to come into play. Special use ordinance considerations, just some of them. There's a noise standard, a water use standard, energy use, and the grid strain that will definitely be placed from a data center. And what are the emissions and backup generators? So throughout the process, we will continue to research it, take input from nationally, internationally, the stakeholders, our community, and develop the standards that will work the best for Ogle County as we go and try to develop the ordinance. The authority line to regulate is obviously for public health, safety, and welfare. Established precedents will also assist in guiding the local business licensing and building of such facilities. And the intended impact obviously is clear enforceable standards, operational transparency, infrastructure, privacy safeguards, and responsible economic development. So in summary, we need to create an explicit zoning definition for data centers, ensure data center developments comply with all the applicable local, state, federal, sound and vibration standards, allow data centers only through the conditional use approval, require the public hearings and the county board action, make sure that the standards for complaints and compliance enforcement are set, And the ultimate is to protect our nearby residents, businesses from adverse noise and vibration impacts. We hope that the ordinance that we develop will definitely reflect a balance between economic competitiveness, infrastructure protection, and residents' privacy, recognizing that data centers are long-term use facilities with long-term impacts. These are just a few of the councils that we've been interacting with. Thank you. I will send out the presentation to everyone on the board. There's handouts in the back if you would like them. All right, moving forward. Sony has, Tim Osterberg, 3732 Algonquin Boulevard, Rockford, Illinois. Owner, and Jared Wickler, 451 Jefferson Boulevard, Jefferson, Georgia, purchaser. This will be for ordinance 2026-0701. Amendment to the zoning district to rezone from Ag 1 agricultural district to residential rural residence district, property described as follows. Owned by Tim Otterkirk and being purchased by Jared Wickler, part of the southeast quarter of section 35 Byron Township, 35 North, range 10, east of the 4th PM, Mobile County, Illinois, 6.45 acres more or less. PIN number 04-35-400-013, common location 1500 block of East Town Line Road. During discussion, CBA was a 5-0 approval, APZC was a 9-1 approval. This is located in the Byron Township, which was a full approval. I'll make the recommendation that we accept ordinance number 2026-0701.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
I'll second that, Mr. Chairman.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. The next is the relinquish of special use permit number 4-12, special use. Rancho La Esperanza, ordinance 2026-0702, common location is 16989 East Ritchie Road. This was a 9-0 to accept from the APCC and approved by the executive committee. I would make the motion to accept the relinquishment of special use permit number 4-12, special use.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
You have a second, Mr. Chairman.
Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously.
And our last night, a request from John Northrop for the approval of preliminary plat of a minor subdivision replat of lots 1 and 2 of Hughes subdivision. Ordinance 2026-0703. Common location is 909 and 991 North Arrowhead Lane. This was an APCC 9-0 to accept. I'll make the motion to approve. Ordinance number 2026-0703.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Do we have any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you, that's all I have.
Thank you. Now is the time for public comment. We recommend speakers keep their remarks concise, ideally within 3 minutes, or as otherwise directed by the county board chairman to ensure the meeting is concluded in a timely manner. When a group wishes to address the board on the same subject, the chairman may request the group select one spokesperson. Excuse me. If a spokesperson is speaking on behalf of multiple group members, the chairman may allow additional time beyond the standard limit. Comments must be directed to the board as a whole, not to individual members. Those addressing the county board must limit their remarks to matters related to board business. Speakers must refrain from uncivil, vulgar, or profane statements, remarks, or conduct, particularly toward any public servant or citizen, or any behavior that disrupts the board's proceedings. Any individual who engages in such prohibited conduct may be asked to leave the meeting and may be barred by the chairman from further participation. Do we have any public comment tonight?
Good evening. My name is Towna Reed, and I am a resident of Oregon, Illinois. Firstly, I want to put to rest the idea that the residents of Ogle County have been fomenting rumors regarding the movement of data centers into our community. The fact of the matter is this: we are responding directly to public comments made by board members to the press on the record, dating back to spring of 2024, regarding the possibility of a hyperscale AI data center development adjacent to the Byron nuclear facility, as well as job listings on Constellation's own website and Glassdoor advertising in February of this year. Senior manager, project management, data center, Byron, Illinois. That is the reality. Secondly, I wanted to address some of the tonal issues from select board members. Prior to this past month's county board meeting, I had the misfortune of overhearing a pair of board members full-throatedly mocking constituents and the exchanges they have been relegated to field regarding concerns about data centers. When presented with something that could so fundamentally alter our way of life here, or as was said with great frequency during this past week's battery of committee meetings, take away from the rural nature of our county, how do you expect our region's residents to respond when some of the most vocal board members clearly find our concerns so laughable? Every time that I speak here, I do so with the earnest intention of sharing science-based and data-driven facts. I want to present to the board a remarkable study from Dr. Ronald M. Kostov, Data Centers, Examples of Adverse Health and Other Effects. Dr. Kostov received a PhD in Aerospace and Mechanical Sciences from Princeton University. He has worked for Bell Laboratories, the Department of Energy, and the Office of Naval Research, the ONR, obtaining 2 text mining system patents, and presently manages the text mining pilot program at ONR. He has contributed extensively to research in the field of medicine, including the subfields of infectious diseases, immunology, modeling and simulation, health, toxicology, mutagenesis, as well as economics and econometrics. I urge each of you to read through this, including its appendices, with the seriousness that this subject is owed. Approximately 75 data centers are identified. Next are the issues faced by each, honing in on common critical themes. Finally, recommendations are made for moving forward. Our community deserves to have a discourse on this issue rooted in a good faith exchange of the facts, as opposed to us all marking the time, bearing witness to a long-winded and heavy-handed sales pitch from big tech. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to make public comment?
Good evening, Ogle County. My name is Karen Mora. I am a resident of Ogle County, and I stand before the Ogle County Board, a group of individuals who have the privilege to represent the residents of Ogle County. The word represent means to stand in for, act on behalf of, or serve as a symbol for someone else. The honor to represent us, the Ogle County residents, comes with great responsibility. That responsibility includes being a strong steward of our area, including the community and nature. As I look at the board, I imagine you're not individuals that will roll over, yes? You would not roll over to big business and their marketing approaches to get tax abatement, zoning, environmental approvals, say for example, for a data center, right? The community is asking for a formal pause on data center development, discussion, etc., to allow for further study. Pause on that and give the community a sense of relief. Let's mind the issue. There are many cons, negatives to data centers. You're all well aware of those. Loss of property values, noise pollution, environmental impacts to our area, including water and so on. But what if we're being misled? What if we are falling prey to the marketing schemes of these big businesses looking for our land, our resources? I mean, why should we trust what Constellation has shared or will share with us? Have any of you thought about why the average number of jobs to be created when these things are pitched is always like 50 to 200? Well, that's because it's marketing, to sell us on enough jobs to be beneficial to the community. I use air quotes because that's debatable, but not enough to break the school system. What else could we be being misled by? I mean, if one uses the violation tracker available to you online at goodjobsfirst.org, you can see Constellation has a host of violations, including environmental, air pollution, and so on. So why trust the information that they've presented? I truly believe we're actually missing the boat here. Why are we not placing people over profits? Why are we, well, you as the board, not seeking businesses that will support the community, that will employ the community, that will grow with the community, and not drain the community? Please place your focus on attracting businesses that will check those boxes and not the big businesses selling their marketing schemes. Good Jobs First does a great job of showing the current data around the losses to states and local governments for those tax abatements and incentives that have been provided to data centers. 4 states already have posted $1 billion losses. Do we wish to add Ogle County to this list? I do not believe we can afford this kind of mistake. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to make public comment? Seeing none?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I have a real quick.
Yes, sorry about that. I forgot.
I'm,
Go ahead.
on a plea for the fair is gonna be this next week. And being as I am a representative from the county board to the county fair board, I could use some help. I somehow got stuck with, the job of selling tickets at the grandstand, and then we got to put wristbands on everybody so that we know once they go in, they're paid, they come out, they come and go, and all this kind of stuff. So if anybody just would like to have a little time having fun at the fair, come on over and I'll sure put you to work. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for volunteering for that too. Okay, let's move on to reports and recommendations of committees, ethics and governance.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. There are 2 items of ours on the agenda tonight. First item is ordinance number 2026-0704, which repeals and replaces Division 6 of Chapter 2 of the Ogle County Code. This portion of the County Code deals with the Freedom of Information Act. This change is minor and addresses modern electronic means of communication. We as a county board seek to promote transparency in government while protecting records exempt from disclosure under state and federal law. And we find that adopting this ordinance is in the best interest of the Ogle County and its residents. A complete draft of the text is included in your agenda packet on page 8 and is also available for review on the public website. This update is the first of many to come as the Ethics and Governance Committee reviews and updates where necessary all of Ogle County codes under the direction of the county chairman. The Ethics and Governance Committee and the Executive Committee reviewed and approved this document on 14 June of this year. Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve ordinance number 2026-04 I'm sorry, 0704.
Thank you. We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
You have a second, Mr. Chairman.
We have 2 seconds.
Okay.
Quite all right. Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously.
The second item is resolution number 2026-0709, titled Ogle County Board Rules and Procedures, commonly referred to as Rules of Order. This item does not require a vote tonight and is for the board's information and consideration. A complete draft of the text with annotated changes is included in your agenda packet on page 16 and is also available for review on the public website. The updates and changes are highlighted in red. This current draft copy has been reviewed and approved by both the Ethics and Governance Committee and the Executive Committee on 14 June of this year. It is our intent to review and approve the final draft in the respective committees, publish it on the public website, and forward the final document to the full county board for a vote next month. At this time, Mr. Chairman, we make no motion regarding this document. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That's all we have tonight.
Thank you, Chairman Huber. Next up, we have ethics. We have executives. At here, we have a resolution to open meetings, meeting minutes, and authorization to destroy audio recordings. Resolution 2026-0710. I make a motion to approve this resolution. May I get a second?
Second, James.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. We also have the 2027 Ogle County holiday schedule. It is by the state. If you look on the back, it also has the Circuit Court 15th Edition holiday schedule. This is Resolution 2026-0711. Make a motion to approve. May I get a second?
Second, Fritz.
Motion is made and seconded. Do we have any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
Aye.
Thank you. The motion passes. And finally, we have an ordinance 2026-0705. This is an ordinance to raise the number of A1 liquor licenses to 18 and to raise the liquor license fees for the 2027 year. It is available on the public posting. Basically, all the rates have gone up $100, with the exception of not-for-profit and one-day licenses. Not-for-profit went up 50, and one-day went up 35, I think.
Yeah,
The other way around?
non-for-profits didn't go up at all.
Oh, okay.
The one days just went up to round it to $50.
Thank you. I make a motion to approve ordinance 2026-0705. Can we get a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. That's all we have for executive long-range plan updates. Chairman Griffin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, we can see the light at the end of the tunnel for the two major board projects. The Memorial Plaza is nearly completed. We have walked through that and have a punch list of small items, some mulch and some plants to replace and little things like that. So we've got that to look forward to that'll happen. This weather has been kind of tough on trying to get the grass and the plants going, but it'll all be covered in the punch list. Along with that, we've ordered all the benches, and they should be here in 2 to 3 weeks. On the Veterans Administration project downstairs on the first floor, that project is going very well also. We will probably have a change order next month, and we'll have a complete wrap up on both projects by Larson and Darby on the project. Tomorrow, they should be putting in a split window for the reception area. Originally, they were just gonna have a window there they could look at, and they decided they'd like to have that, so we're putting that in. That's part of that change order. We also had to drop the ceiling a little bit to make way for some of the lighting and whatever else we have in the ceiling that was interfering with what we have up there. So those changes have taken place, and then everything should be done this week, and they should be able to move in the 27th. So that'll wrap up all of it, and we'll have a pretty good update next month. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Griffin. Road and Bridge. Chairman Ott.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Luckily, we only have one resolution this evening, so I'll go through it pretty fast, pretty simple. Resolution R 2026-0712 is for the removal of 2 underground fuel storage tanks at the Highway Department. I make a motion to approve the resolution for the project for low bidders, Styles Incorporated, and appropriate $72,000 out of the county highway fund for the project. You will notice that the appropriation is higher than the submitted bid. This is to cover contingency items in case contamination is discovered during tank removal, but hopefully we've not had any trouble or anything. So, but we have to have that in there to protect yourselves in case they find us. So I move for approval of resolution 2026-0712.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? Second. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, the same sign. Your motion carries unanimously.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman Ott. It's unfinished. New business, Chairman Fox.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The HEW committee has one item for the board's information tonight. And that's regarding this picture that I put on everyone's desk, the flag. So as Chairman Griffin just mentioned, the remodeling downstairs is just about finished, and the VAC will be moving into this building. So a big effort that the VAC has, just along with moving, is to inform the community and their members that they serve where they're at. So they're undergoing a big sort of campaign, and part of that campaign is to put this sign out in front of the courthouse here. So the VAC brought that to the HEW committee and requested our approval to do that. The HEW committee, just by consensus, did approve to install this sign outside the courthouse from now until the end of the calendar year. This sign doesn't require any permanent structure. There's no footing, no anything like that. It just sticks in the ground. And the VAC will be solely responsible for maintaining it, installing it, taking it down, all that kind of stuff. So it's just a temporary thing. There's no structure, no cost to the county. So it's not for vote tonight, but I wanted to let everybody know what this new sign is that's going to be out front here very shortly. That's all I have.
Thank you. Under unfinished and new business, we do have an announcement to make that NIU has sent out a notice to a number of local government bodies announcing that they are interested in donating a portion of the Larry Taft Field Campus out to a local government. We are only looking into it at this point. If there's anything to come before the board, we'll be bringing it back before the committees next month and the full board next month. NIU is looking to preserve the art gallery, or the art culture, the natural education and so forth, that has always been Laredo Taft. So, yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, who's that fall under?
I just announced that we got some communication.
Just the communication, but what committee would be involved with that?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Are you wanting to take it out with the facility?
Bad feeling.
You're asking for it?
He's voluntold that facilities needs to take the initial look, make recommendations to executive, and see if it's something we want to do. It's also maybe a community night thing as well, get input. So Dan says he would love to do that.
Well, thank you. We'll be talking more. Also, we would like to express, we appreciate everyone's participation, passion, and interest in the wide variety of topics expressed today. We do know that data centers are something that is in the minds of a lot of people. I did receive a notice that, from community members who dropped it off, an advertisement was done by Constellation, I believe, last year for a data center manager listing the Byron facility. I do know that I've had relatives that work at the Byron facility, and very often Byron Constellation has announced positions that aren't for the Byron site. As far as the position of a data center manager listed at Byron for whatever advertisement it was, or job opening, or job posting it was, I'm not familiar with it, and you'd have to contact Constellation to find out why they had that position posted. We're not aware of it, and we haven't been talking to Constellation about that position. But regarding the topic of data centers, the county remains focused on providing a fair and impartial review of data centers. As our presentation highlighted today, there have been no requests, no formal actions to bring any data center to Ogle County as of this time. The county is not actively seeking any commercial entity to bring a data center to our county. In preparation for the possibility of a data center in Ogle County in 2025, the county modified its comprehensive zoning code to only allow data centers in industrial zone areas and only under the more restrictive special use condition requirements. We did this to exercise more control over where data centers can be sited. First, data centers can only be placed in industrial zone areas. No data center can be put in ag, rural, business, or residential zone areas. As can be seen by our zoning maps that represent less than 0.5% of the land in Ogle County is designated as industrial. Secondly, there can be no automatic permitting of data centers because the special use condition means that any data center must also gain approval to be placed in the industrial areas through a very formal and public hearing process to weigh all the facts and be cross-examined by the public. The formal process occurs through our zoning board of appeals process, which requires a minimum 30-day public notice or through our property postings and media notification prior to scheduling the formal meetings. After the public hearing, the CBA makes formal recommendation and eventually go to the full county board public meetings where the board members are required to vote to accept or reject the proposed data center. There are no secret meetings. There are no backroom mechanisms to allow a data center. The entire process is and will be transparent. The board has conducted extensive research and contacted local and state personnel that includes reviewing data center studies and findings, assessing data center controls, operational standards, and inspections. We have received details from Boone County on water study as mentioned. Although we continue to evaluate their efforts for that record, they have spent years for the Conservation District and the cost to conduct a comparable water study for the county is nearly $1 million in today's dollars, which would represent over 10% of our budget. To be proactive, the county board is in the process of developing a comprehensive data center special use ordinance that will establish binding rules and requirements for any data center. In so doing, Ogle County will establish very specific local controls and conditions. We are taking the best of what our neighboring government entities have developed, as well as insights from outside of Illinois. They're leading the way in data center controls in Pennsylvania and Georgia. Some examples of local controls and enforcement being considered include protections on water usage, water quality monitoring, energy usage, and sound emissions. When writing this ordinance, it will be reviewed by our zoning board of appeals, public meeting, and then voted for approval by our full county board. To experience data centers firsthand, we plan to visit and tour data centers in DeKalb and wherever else we can set up tours to learn for ourselves exactly what a data center is and what it looks like. Finally, we plan to schedule a community open house to update community on the progress of the data center ordinance. If there is anything brought to the county, we will have similar community presentations. To set the record straight with the Rockford proposed site, I saw this morning in the news that they have gone ahead and done a TIF district for that. I believe it was south of the airport. That is Rockford. We cannot control them. We're a county, they're a municipality. They have the rights within their municipal county boundaries. In the state of Illinois, municipality, a city, village, or town, ordinance generally prevails over and supersedes the conflicting county ordinance within the corporate limits of the municipality. In conclusion, this board is taking data centers very seriously, and we are considering all concerns, environmental factors, potential benefits for our broad and diverse community. When the nuclear plant was proposed, myself and I'm sure a number of other county board members remember practicing the duck and cover under our desks in grade school. We were a little nervous about a nuclear power plant. It hasn't turned out to be as bad as we had feared. That doesn't mean that we're in favor of or against data centers. It means we're going to continue to do our research to learn more about them and to prepare the data center ordinance. Last thing I have for new business. Serving in a public service role comes with significant responsibilities and at times daunting challenges. It requires balancing limited resources with broad community expectations and making thoughtful, rational decisions, even when those choices may not satisfy everyone. The biggest mistake in public service is trying to please every individual or special interest at the expense of the greater good. One person who has consistently met these responsibilities and challenges with integrity is John "Skip" Kenny. Though this may feel like a lighthearted roast, nobody could ever accuse Skip of making decisions simply to curry favor. Whether you agreed with him or not, you always knew where he stood, and he stood firmly for the taxpayers. Public service, like life itself, can take a toll, and after 23 years of dedicated service in various leadership roles, committee vice chairs, chairman of committees, and after spending more than a quarter of his life, I think about 26.75% of it, if I remember right. John "Skip" Kenny will retire on July 31st. We extend our deepest appreciation to Skip for his longstanding commitment to Ogle County. Skip's steady guidance and clear perspectives and genuine dedication have left an enduring mark. His respect for the people that he serves set a standard that we remember long into the future. Skip, your work has helped shape this community in meaningful ways. While we'll miss your presence and your straightforward approach, we are grateful for the legacy that you leave behind. A legacy built on integrity, concern for taxpayers, and strong sense of duty. As you enter the next chapter, we wish you good health, plenty of time for the things you enjoy, and the satisfaction of knowing you served your community with distinction. Thank you for your many years of service on behalf of the residents of Ogle County. May the years ahead bring you peace, fulfillment, and the joy of knowing that your dedication truly made a difference. Thank you, Skip.
I've said it for 23 years.
Well, thank you. Unless anyone else has any other business to discuss, Vice Chair, do you have anything?
Nothing.
I would accept a motion to adjourn.
Go ahead, Kevin.
We have motion, and a second. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. We are adjourned.